Well, I think Nick, first and foremost, is an excellent individual. He works his tail off every day he walks on the football field or walks in the weight room or walks in the classroom. And then you know exactly what you're getting from Nick every time he walks out there. And every time the clock starts turning, you know what you're going to get from him. And then after all that, you throw in his ability, his skill set, his desire inside from within to be successful, his resilient nature of being relentless and chasing being good. So I don't know what else you want in a football player.
Did you see that he said that he was so mad at himself on the 4th and 9 that he only got 2 yards on that kind of fueled him for this past game? What's your take on that?
Might need to run a couple more draws at 4th and 9. Maybe not that time in the game.
Last year, Hyde was in his last stretch as the starter, and Chubb was barely playing, although he had that one breakout on just a few carries in I think it was the Oakland game. Yeah. But anyway, where did you see Chubb at this time last year when you were his position coach, and what kind of stuff did you say to him, and how was he taking it?
Well, hey, Nick, he came in during rookie minicamp, and he's ready to go. He's been that way. I had a lot of friends that coached him at the University of Georgia. He's been that way ever since he left high school. So Nick Chubb's not changing. He's always going to have that pursuit of being great. And you saw it. I mean, you saw it initially. You saw it how he worked. You saw how he finished runs during practice. And we're only talking about a rookie minicamp. So he's always been that way.
Can you take the 4 yards that he gave back last year and give it to him this year for the 1,000-yard season?
I'm going to say something that startles you, Les.
Oh.
I mean, two things.
Okay.
They didn't need to sign Kareem-Hunt, and they need him even less now. They're going to bring him back at a time when this guy is doing all the right things, is the lead rusher of the team, and needs the ball and should get the ball 20 times a game. And they're going to go through this whole thing again where they have to cut his carries to give somebody else the ball to keep him happy. It's a mistake.
However,
it's a mistake, Les Levine.
By the time Hunt gets here, the weather's going to be worse. You may need to grind it out a little differently than you're grinding it out when it's 90 degrees.
Why?
Well, because I don't want it to make it seem like I agree with you. Because I totally agree with you. I talked last night about it. I'm not sure what they could come up with to change the offense for Kareem Hunt.
No, and I just think that if they handle it the right way, it'll probably work. But he just needs to become the backup to Nick Chubb. That's what he should be.
Well, hopefully
and
that's
not
what they do.
sharing time or any of that. He should be the backup. Here's the other thing I'm going to say.
Oh, I thought that was both of them tied up in one.
I think I'm the only one in Cleveland that thinks it's a bad idea that the quarterback thinks he has to sprint downfield every time there's a breakaway touchdown. When he rips up a hamstring or turns an ankle, I want you to get on air
and remind people of Bud Shaw
and say, "Do you remember the night that what's his name said this?"
Yeah, by the time he gets down there, they're back at the bench by now. He's looking for guys to congratulate.
Listen, I think it's obviously made for a great picture.
Yeah.
You got Chubb scoring and you got him running down with his hands raised. I just don't think it's. Maybe I'm a worry wart about stuff like that. But if I were Freddie Kitchens, I'd be like, all right, fella, let's not take a chance on getting hurt.